Hello everyone. Next, I'll show you how to deploy the microservice application picking metrics on the Alibaba Cloud Container service for Kubernetes. This demonstration includes two main scenarios. The first scenario is based on the complete deployment YML file, which deploys the Spring Cloud infrastructure and picking metrics application at the same time. The second scenario is to deploy the Spring Cloud infrastructure at first, and then deploy the microservice application on this basis. Let's start now. Here I have created a Kubernetes cluster on Alibaba Cloud. If you want to know how to create Kubernetes cluster, you can view the documentation or learn the corresponding courses. In the first scenario, you need to use Helm to implement picking metrics and Spring Cloud architectures at the same time with a one-click deployment. First, click on Container Service and click on the cluster name to view the cluster information. Use the master SSH address to log on to the master node remotely. After logging into the cluster master node, you should create the file picking metrics at first, and then use compose to convert the YML file to Helm chart. You may need install compose if this app is not installed here. Then create the YML file. Enter the deployment configuration. We can check the details of picking metrics to make sure this file is right. As you can see, this configuration file includes the basic architecture services of Spring Cloud and multiple microservices of picking metrics. Next, use compose to convert YML to YAML for deployment on Kubernetes cluster. You can use help document to view the detail of how to use compose. Before using compose, you need to set cluster parameters, which will be used when deploying picking metrics. Let's test whether the command compose convert works. You can see that a lot of YAML files have been created. These YAML files can be used for development of application in the Kubernetes cluster. You can also add a parameter C directly after compose convert, so that you can convert a chart and use it for installing the picking metrics. As you can see from the above results, a chart package is created and stored on the current path. You can view the contents of this folder, which is also the typical file structure of a standard chart package. You have just converted a chart for picking metrics, and now we can deploy the application directly using the command of helm install. You can see that the infrastructure of Spring Cloud and services of Piggy Matrix are deployed at the same time. You can use the kubectl command at the command line interface to view the deployed services. Or you can view the running services at the web console of Alibaba Cloud. At the web console, click on Dashboard of the cluster name to check the details of deployment. You can use the external endpoint of Gateway to access the Piggy Matrix in the browser, where it works. So far, the distributed application of Piggy Matrix has been successfully deployed based on Alibaba Cloud. Finally, you need to completely delete the Piggy Matrix we just deployed to prepare for the next experimental step. In the second scenario, users will deploy the application after building infrastructures. Just now, we deployed the Piggy Matrix with the helm based on the complete Docker Compose file. In that way, all the basic components and business microservices are deployed successfully with a single helm chart. However, it is more common that Eureka and other basic components already exist in a cluster. Users only need to deploy and upgrade business applications themselves. Now I'm going to build the infrastructure of Spring Cloud at first, and then deploy the Piggy Matrix on the existing infrastructure. Firstly, build the infrastructure of Spring Cloud. Click on the menu bar of Alibaba Cloud Container Services. On the bottom of drop-down list, you can find the application catalog. You will see that there are already many infrastructure services available of Spring Cloud. Click on Eureka to deploy it. You can modify the configuration file of Eureka by clicking Values. Then click on Deploy. When deployment is complete, click on Dashboard to enter the cluster detail page. You can see that services of Spring Cloud infrastructure have just been deployed. In Piggy Matrix, the Eureka service name automatically accessed by all containers at startup in registry. Usually, Eureka service name can be parsed as a parameter in the image, but in this demo, we don't need to change any code and image, so we should expose an additional service called registry for Eureka. Deploy the following YAML files using container services. It is noticed that if you have changed the publishing name during the deployment of the application directory, the following should also be adjusted accordingly. Secondly, deploy picking metrics on Spring Cloud infrastructure. Log in on master node and enter the templates directory of chart just created for picking metrics, and delete the YAML file of registry services, including registry deployment and registry service. Return to the directory where the chart is located and deploy the picking metrics application again using the modified chart. Then wait a few minutes and verify the deployment result again. It works. Through this demonstration, you can find that it is easy to implement the microservice architecture based on Alibaba Cloud Container services for Kubernetes. Moreover, with the help of some software and tools, such as Helm and Compose, users can easily manage their own microservice applications running in Docker container.